Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be grilling some steaks. We're not going to be focusing so much on the steaks as we are going to be focusing on the Weber grill and the grill grates that I have in it. And before I go any further, in the background, this will be in a whole other video. Here's the 68. We are replacing the brakes, axle, putting new lug studs in. New brake lines. That's a whole nother video. We'll get back to that one, but we're gonna unwrap this Weber Spirit grill that you can't see because it's too dark in here. Let's roll it out in the light. We're gonna have everything in the proper place to grill. We got the Toyota and the Ford in the background. Lock this thing down. We're gonna go ahead and get the cover off this thing, and we're roughly 5 months into these grill grates, and let's go ahead and get it unwrapped, and we'll talk a bit more about it. Alright, we went ahead and got the cover off. We're going to go ahead and pop the sides up. Anybody that hasn't used one of these little Weber Spirit grills, they're pretty awesome. I haven't found a bad Weber product out there. I'll put a link down in the description below, but I'm sure anyone that's fooled with grilling in their entire life is fooled with one of these, unless you're straight. Alright, let's go ahead and pop the hood on this thing. And inside we have the standard grill grate spatula that comes with each set of the grill grates. If anybody hasn't seen how these work, you can get a hold of steak, the burger, whatever, to flip it. It lets you put the nice, you can turn it either way and let you put the nice sear marks on the steak or the burger or whatever you're fixing, chicken. Now you'll notice these are nasty. I'm gonna put a link up in here to the first set that I got. Now the first set, the video if anybody hasn't seen it, they were smaller, they were actual grill grates, but they were a small set. I just got them because they're kind of expensive. I didn't know if I'd like them. Wouldn't have a whole lot invested in them, but then I've got another video I'll throw up there. My first experience using them was back in March when I got my first experience was January the 8th was my first video whenever I used a small set, and then I got this set here back in March. So we'll put a link to that video up in the upper right corner, but I'm gonna go ahead and I may clean out these a little bit. No matter what you read, some people say leave that down in there, it adds flavor, it adds this. Some people say clean that out, that is nasty. So whatever, I'm gonna go ahead and clean a little bit of it out. But the steaks we're gonna grill today, we're not gonna focus on the steaks as much like I normally do or how I cook them or whatever. We're gonna go ahead and focus on the grates themselves and how they work with this grill. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna go inside and marinate the steaks, get everything ready. May or may not show that. Like I said, this video ain't about the meat, ain't about the steaks, it's about the grates. Stay tuned. Alright, we're back. We're fixing to fire this thing up. We've already turned the gas on. Let's go ahead and get this and hit the button on this Weber. Lit that one. And we lit that, and I did clean these out some, like I said, and yes, I do got my gloves on as always. And we got our butter up here heating. I use this to baste the steaks, but that's in the other videos I'll link to. So we're gonna go ahead and shut this lid, let these things come up to heat while we go in and get our steaks ready. So let me get the I'll get the GoPro set up where we can record what we're doing. Be right back with you. Okay, while the grill's coming up to heat here, we've got our handy dandy thermometer. We check the temperature of the meat, the internal temperature as we go. Let's see, we don't want that thing set on Celsius, we want it set on Fahrenheit. There we go. You can see it's reading, you can see that 83, 84 degrees out here right now. We got our basting tool. We're gonna lay those over here on the other side. If you can hear that, everything's coming up to temperature just fine. Get our camera over here without melting it. Got our butters all melting, so we're gonna go back in here and get the steaks. We've got them inside covered up with the seasoning on them. So we'll go get those. All right, we had to back up in the garage a little bit. It started raining here, but anyway, we've got the steaks prepped. Let's see if we can get these things on here. We got the grill all head up. Got the butter all melted. Things. I'll lay these on here. Get them pressed down real good on these. Like I say, we're not focusing on the meat or the way we're grilling it so much here. We're focused on these grill grates on this video. Always press those down real good, that way you can get the grill marks started in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this. We got the butter really warmed up there. We're good on that. Actually, probably a little bit too hot, but we'll cross that bridge later. It took a little longer to get stuff together than I thought. We're gonna go ahead and shut this lid and let these things come up to temperature. Like I said, we're gonna pull them at probably 119, 120 is what I'm aiming for. So we've got the grill all set up. We're just gonna leave them along here for about 3 to 4 minutes on this side. Then we'll turn them at a 45. I'll show you that. Show you the grill marks. So stay tuned. Well, folks, it looks like we're going to get a rain this afternoon, so we're going to have to back it on up in the garage a little bit. I don't like to grill under this overhang that much, but looks like that's what we're going to have to do today. Let's go ahead and raise the lid here and take a look at these things. Now, they like about another minute, then we're going to give them a 45-degree twist there to put some grill marks on it. Still going to leave them on this side, but stick around. Alright, what we're going to do is go ahead and give these things about a 45-degree twist there to help out on the marks. Press them down once again. See the way these the spatula goes down in there? You can get down. This is the way these things, if you've not checked them out, check out their website. Like I said, I'll have all this stuff linked down below. Give their website a check out. These things sure did step up the grilling game for me. And they're reversible. You can flip them over. There's one of my videos there, a 4th of July video, which I'll put a link to where you can actually flip them over to do smash burgers and what have you like that if you want to do something. Or even steaks on the other side. But hamburgers and stuff work the best when you flip them over. It accomplishes the same thing, even heating. We'll go ahead and let these things grill just a little longer. Then we'll go ahead and flip them over. That's when we're going to add the butter and stuff to it. So we're going to give these things about another 3 to 4 minutes and we're going to turn them over. Stick around. Okay, we're going to go ahead and flip these things over now. See the marks we're talking about right there? These things here are awesome. Now, don't get me wrong, these Weber grills, the cast iron grates that came in them, you could accomplish a lot of the same thing, but this right here took it to a whole new level when it comes to adding marks and stuff. Alright. Now we're going to leave these on here for just a few minutes, crank the heat up to get a good sear on that side, and then we'll pull them and go in and enjoy. Y'all stick around. These three here were pulled at about 119 to 120 degrees. They're medium well. These here are for someone that likes them a little bit more well done, so I'm going to leave them a little longer. I'm going to go ahead and shut the grill and leave them on just a little while. They like theirs. We call it burnt. Most people would call it burnt, but it's how they like them. It's how they like them. We'll come back here in just a few minutes when we're done eating and show you some of the cleanup. I've got the grill cut off, got the gas cut off. It's going to let these lay here a few minutes, so we'll be back here in a minute. We're going to go in here and we're going to enjoy these right here, and I'll come back, take those off and clean them. Alright, we just finished eating those steaks and I've got the others off the grill. My wife has went ahead and cleaned up the grill grates spatula, got it all ready to pack back up, and this is what she looks like. But now this, I promise, is not going to be hard at all to get off there. Let me get the wire brush. This is mainly what I use to clean this thing with. The end of it's a little rough, but right now while they're still warm, I just simply do that right there, and most of it will come off this time. But now once you reheat this grill to get ready to grill next time, and they get heated up after it sits here a day or two, all you gotta do is run that across through there and it'll come right off. When I put the camera down, I'll use both hands where I can put a little more pressure and kind of go also at a angle like this, and the stuff comes off really good. Here again, I didn't clean all that up down in there. A lot of people says leave it, some says clean it. Right now I'm leaving it, everything's working well. Anyway, just wanted to show you a little bit more about the grill grates. Throw a video up on that. Like I said, didn't really put no emphasis on how I fix the steaks this time. I thought I'd do a grill video. So anyway, if you found this useful or have any questions, feel free to like, share, subscribe, ask questions, whatever you need to do. I'll try to answer them as best I can. I'll put the links to a bunch of these places. I'll put links to the place where I ordered these from. And that'll about do it. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, subscribe. Have a great day. God bless.